Hey everyone, this is Wobbly Wallaby. Today I'm going to play the official Pokemon Unite Auto Chess, which is currently only available on the Chinese version of Pokemon Unite. I've been playing this a ton and I want to help people get started on this amazingly fun game. The community has been fantastic for its translations, and I'll put a link to the Reddit post where a lot of this information is. Now at the start we're given a Pokemon automatically to battle the PV monsters. For Auto Chess it's about strategy, working with synergy, items, and positioning. At the end of round 1, you get a choice of 3 Pokemon. I choose Ralts since it's a skilled type. Pikachu is also a skilled type, and that means with 2 Pokemon of the same synergy, I'll get a plus 10% SP attack. At the beginning of round 2, you have 9 currency, which you can see at the bottom of the screen. I'm given Mr. Mime, and Mr. Mime is an incredible tank and carry. I immediately buy everything in the shop. I want as many options as possible in the subsequent rounds. Your currency is carried over to the next round, so you definitely want to manage that properly. For Psychic Synergy, having 2 means I restore 4 points of move progress per second. That is the white bar under the Pokemon. It builds up naturally, and once full you can use your special move, so speeding it up is definitely a big advantage. Now for round 2, you will fight your first real enemy. There are 7 other players and you want to ideally place in the top 4 to consider a win. Now I'm going to lose this round because my opponent chose to level up by spending currency to unlock an extra Pokemon slot, so they have 3. You can do this as well if you bought a 1 cost unit and then use 8 currency to level up, however I really wanted my Mr. Mime. So we lost the first round and we lost 3 health points. If you go to 0 then you lose, and everyone starts at 50 health. Now in the beginning of round 3, you get to choose an item. The Reddit guide will let you know which items you're supposed to use and the translations. However, I find the easiest way is to check the optimal items by clicking the Pokemon and then the recommended button, and then you can see the recommended items. This is a really quick way for new players to choose the right items and put them on the correct Pokemon. I didn't get good tanking gear for Mr. Mime, so I choose the Slick Spoon for Ralts. Then I drag the item to have him equip it, and all Pokemon can equip 2 items. Later on, you'll also get Unite Discs, but I'll explain that when we get it. During your preparation phase, you can choose to move items around to different Pokemon so they're not stuck in stone. But you can't do this during the battle. Now, at the start of round 3, we have a choice of 4 different Pokemon. The goal is to get triple of 1 unit to level it up to 2 stars, so I want Ralts. Now before that, I can use 4 currency to level up to unlock the 3rd Pokemon slot. Now you can't put a duplicate Pokemon to build the synergy, so use Pikachu to add the skilled synergy for now. We begin our second battle against an opponent. Mr. Mime is a great tank and one of the must-buys early game when I see them. He tanks so much that my backline DPS can take down their Pokemon. I win and I cause my opponent to lose 3 health. Since we won that round, you can see the yellow crown under my wobbly name. That will tell you your win or lose streak. I'm on a 1-win streak with a yellow crown. Next is round 4. I see Mr. Mime, so I buy it, and my 3 copies merge into 1, which is now a 2-star. When it becomes 2-star, it becomes much stronger, and you also get a secondary skill. Here I choose to sell Zora, so I get back my 1 currency. You can do this by dragging him to the bottom left or right of my screen. Then I buy Squirtle since he's a nice tanky 2 currency unit, and I don't want people to get a 2-star Squirtle, which is really tanky as a Wartortle. I keep my currency at 10. Since at 10 currency you get 1 gold of interest at the beginning of the round, so it's good to be at 10, 20, or 30 gold because you get interest based on that. Next, since I have time, I start examining what builds my opponents are using. You can click on your opponent's name at any time to view their board. One person is Fire and Psychic, that is really strong. Next, a person is Water, which is scary if they have Wartortle. This one with Psychic, Fire, and Fairy looks the most dangerous. It is a great synergy with 4 Pokemon. And this other person, not so much synergy, so not that worried. Now the match begins. I click on the right tab to see the damage statistics. I like to see how well my Pokemon are doing. Again, Mr. Mime is tanking like a pro. It's a close one, and Pikachu clutches it out to extend my win streak to 2. Next is round 5, we choose Pokemon again. I personally like to aggressively level. I want to keep my win streak going, so I invest 12 currency to get 4 Pokemon. Then I buy many things from the shop to keep my options open. I put Scorbunny into play. He's one of my favorite Pokemon. His DPS is insane from early to mid-game, even at 1 star. So now I have more DPS to support Mr. Mime, who's my tank. This round, Mr. Mime tanks amazingly. You can see Ralts and Scorbunny do the most DPS. Pikachu is one of the ones I'm most likely to swap out. He's just there for the skill synergy. He won't be able to out DPS Ralts or Scorbunny. So far so good, we're on a 3-win streak. Next is round 6, our PV round against a monster. We are offered Ralts so we can 2-star. Then I get another Mr. Mime. If you get 3 2-star Mimes, it becomes a 3-star, so I start looking for Mr. Mimes early on. Next I look at my opponents. The PV round is very chill, so it's the best time to examine your opponent's board. Next, at the end of round 6, you get another item. These are chips that give you an extra synergy for your type. So I choose Psychic since I have a great way to get max Psychic energy. You have to equip it to an existing type. For example, I must equip it on a Psychic like Mr. Mime. It won't work on other types. And now I have a 3 Psychic synergy even though I only have 2 unique Psychics. These chips are extremely strong and can win you the game. If you invest in these, you definitely need to go with that type. Next I see Fennekin, which is a great DPS and Psychic, so I get her. I replace Pikachu with her, so now I have 4 Psychic Pokemon. I also get a 2-star Bulbasaur and it becomes an Ivysaur. So this is just a nice backup in case I need a 2-star later on. Then I sell Squirtle so I have 20 currency. That means I get 2 gold of interest when the round begins. I really like to hit those thresholds. Now I did win, so I get currency from that too, so you can choose to sell after the battle and before the round begins as well. This was the opponent I was most worried about, but luckily I had enough DPS to win. Next is round 8. I didn't see any Pokemon I really wanted to invest in. I'm looking for Psychic types, so instead I'll use my currency to level up and get the Unite Disc. Unite Disc gives the Unite move, which is a powerful special move, but it can only be equipped on a unit that has 2 stars. The Unite Disc lets you equip 3 items on a Pokemon, so that is the only exception to the 2-item rule. And as with other items, you can move Unite Discs as well during your preparation phase. Mr. Mime's Unite move is amazing for DPS, so I give it to him. For round 8, yet again, the Mr. Mime strategy is working. In the backline, my DPS are doing their job. Also, even though Scorbunny and Fennekin are at 1 star, they can still do a ton of damage as seen in the damage chart. Next at the start of round 9, another item round. Mr. Mime is my carry, so I check his recommended gear again. I see the Buddy Barrier. I choose this one to make him more tanky and to help an ally get a shield. Then the game gives me 2 more Mr. Mimes, and it's fantastic. Keep them coming. Now we need 2 more Mr. Mimes to create a 3-star Mr. Mime. Now I check my opponents again. I see Umbreon twice, that is a super tank as well. I also see someone has 2-star Mime, but that's about it, so the pool of available Mr. Mimes is still available, and it's not too hard for me to get it. The strategy is working, Mr. Mime tanks well and now does great damage with the Unite move, and the rest of the backline does damage too. We get another win, and that puts the streak at 6. Next round 10, I don't see any Pokemon I really want, and I don't want to spend 2 currency to reroll. So I spend 4 currency level up, and then I begin thinking. Then I want to retain my win streak, so I invest everything into getting the 5th Pokemon and put my Ivysaur in. Now, despite that last second addition of Ivysaur, I still lost, so my win streak is gone. I also lost 4 life. It sucks to lose that win streak, but maybe a second Mr. Mime would have been better than Ivysaur. Now for round 11, I don't see anything I really want to buy, so I didn't do anything. I need to build up my currency again. I click on Ivysaur and use his second AoE Sludge Bomb. You're only allowed to switch one type of attack per round. Again, my Seikei Synergy is going well so far. I need to acquire Espeon and Mewtwo by leveling up more. Now Umbreon with the Unite Disc is an amazing tank. I can't deal with the damage and lose the match at 6 health. Next round 12, it's another PvE round. I'm at 30 gold, so I don't want to use any of it. I want the 3 interest at the start of my next round. Again, PvE rounds are pretty chill, so I look at my opponents. So far, I think the max psychic is looking good for me. Others don't really have high synergy than me. At the end of round 12, I have an item choice. I check what Ralts needs. I get another Slick Spoon. I will rely on Ralts for more DPS. Next I see an Espeon, so I get her right away. I level up here with my currency, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have stayed at 32, so I have an extra gold of interest. I replaced my Ivysaur with Espeon, so now I have 5 Psychic Synergy. For 5, you start with full move progress, which is insane. So when the round begins, all my Psychic Pokemon have max white bar for move, and they can cast their special moves right away. Now unfortunately, Umbreon wrecks me again. The tanking on that thing is truly insane. It's another common buy for me when I see Umbreon in the shop. So I'm on a 3 lose streak, but not a problem, we still have lots of health to spare. I choose to aggressively level so I get my 6 Pokemon. Then I add Ivysaur back on the field. Now luckily we do win this round and break our lose streak. Ivysaur did good DPS here too. A lot of this game is using the best of your resources. I could have sold Ivysaur earlier, but I held on to it just in case. Next is round 15, another item round. There is leftovers, which is an amazing item for Mr. Mime. Here I show how I can move items around. I give Vespion the Psychic Chip, then I give Mr. Mime leftovers. I also buy Fennekin and Scorbunny since I want to 2-star both of them. Now I reroll for 2 currency, then I keep rolling some more. I end up getting a 2-star Sylveon, which is great. And then I choose to swap out Scorbunny for a 2-star Sylveon. With 2 fairy Pokemon, I summon a Zacian. That's that wolf that sort of comes up here in this match. This was a tough battle. Mr. Mime did a lot of work, but in the end, the enemy Brexen did too much damage. I lose 6 health and I'm down to 23. So now I'm thinking of my win condition. I'm being out DPS, so the only way to win is a 3-star Mime or a Mewtwo. So I'm just praying for that at the start of round 16. I roll but get nothing. I feel like the second Unite disc alone isn't gonna save me. I really need a better win condition. Round 16 begins. Unfortunately, another loss, so I'm down to 17. But I don't give up hope. There must be a Mewtwo somewhere here. And finally, I do get my Mewtwo. Then I swap Ivysaur out. Now it's looking much better. The 20% damage increase per move at max psychic is truly insane. This time we're able to take down that annoying Umbreon that I've been losing to. The DPS is now much better. Round 18 is another PvE round, so it's nice and chill. Great after that victory. I look at my opponents. I'm seeing someone is getting Mr. Mime too. One person is trying to go dark, and late game that's definitely going to be a problem, so hopefully they'll get eliminated first. The grass at max offense is scary too. Max offense is 40% attack increase. After round 18 is an item round, I didn't want to remove my psychic Pokemon, so I feel like the psychic chip isn't worth it. Instead, I get Rescue Hood for Sylveon. Now Mr. Mime, Mewtwo, and Sylveon are the carries. The max psychic synergy is definitely helping a lot. I'm able to win yet again on round 19. At the start of round 20, I get another Mr. Mime. And then, we finally get it, a 3-star Mr. Mime. Now Mr. Mime will also be part of my win condition. The battle begins. Mr. Mime carries super hard. I do hope to knock out my opponent who's going Dark Pokemon. That can get very scary late game. At the start of round 21, I have another item round. I choose to re-roll since I didn't like the choices. You can click this blue button. I get Rocky Helmet, which is great for Mr. Mime. I remove Buddy Barrier and put on Sylveon and equip Rocky Helmet on my Mr. Mime. Then I also get Brexen super late, and I didn't get a chance to use her second skill. The second skill is very strong. This round, I get destroyed by dragons. That was unfortunate, now I'm at 5 health. Now is round 22. I level up to get my second Unite Disc. Then I lock for Dragonite since I don't want my opponents rolling for it. I put my Unite Disc on Brexen and set her second skill, which is the recommended one. This was a super scary match. That person has a 2-star Mewtwo with the Unite Disc. It starts doing a ton of damage and just won't go away. I really wasn't sure if I'd lose this round. If I lost, I'd definitely be out since I have so little health. But luckily, Mr. Mime and Sylveon live. Now there's one person left. It was the person who destroyed me last time with dragons. So I buy both Dragonites to attempt to remove the Dragonites from the pool to make it harder for him to 2-star it. I sell Scorbunny and get my Espeon to 2-star, then I choose Espeon's debuff to reduce the attack speed. And here comes the final battle. I put my faith in Mr. Mime. Thankfully, we placed first, thanks to Mr. Mime and my rest of my psychic team. Right now I'm at 5,269 MMR, so it's a nice gain of 120. And yes, I've been playing this game quite a lot. Finally, if you want to play, you can get the official Pokemon Auto Chess by visiting the Chinese site. I'll put a link in the comments and in the description. Then you click on the yellow button at the top. You'll get a QR code to download onto your phone, but this also works in emulator as well, which is how I'm recording this. Then once the game is started, I authenticate with WeChat. You have to scan it with WeChat to verify it's you. I'm using WeChat in Canada, so this definitely works outside of China as well. Then once you're in, the auto chess can be found on the bottom right. Then the auto chess is in the middle, and to unlock this you'll have to do a few games of Unite. It probably takes about 15 minutes to unlock it, and then you can play auto chess. The great thing about auto chess is it's not pay to win, everybody's on a level playing field. So once you click on the orange button you can begin matchmaking. Then once you find it, then you press the orange button again to start the game. So if you're a big fan of auto chess or teamfight tactics and love Pokemon, then you'll definitely love playing the official Pokemon Unite auto chess. Well, that's it for now. Stay tuned for more Pokemon auto chess content in the near future.